Hey, hey, hey. So I thought that I would come to you today with the face of the day with some of the products that I've got in my makeup basket, and we can kind of, I don't know, I can kind of expound on them as we go along. This will be one of the few places, of course, that you will see non-cruelty-free things because, of course, if I don't use them, they'll never go away. So they are in my makeup basket, usually depending on their level of use. Once they get to a certain point, they stay in my makeup basket until they're gone. Some of them are brand new or practically new, and they're, kind of rotated in and out like everything else. So, anyway, here we go. First thing I did, I did something stupid. Okay, you guys know that I've been working on testing out the Andalou Naturals, the BB cream. So, I am wearing that today. Normally, though, I put a primer under it. The first day I didn't, and it just was horrible. Maybe I put too much on, because I'll explain that in a minute. But anyways, I put half of it, and then I realized, I got down my nose and I realized I wasn't wearing a primer. So then I ran and got my primer. And this is the one I'm working through. This is the Bare Minerals Prime Time. And so then I went and put the Prime Time on the rest of my face. And then I put this over it, And honestly, I don't have any of the problems that I had the first day. So maybe what I did differently is I put a little bit on my hand and warmed it up and then dotted it and then blended it in. Maybe it's a process problem, I don't know. But anyway, so I'm wearing that. I know this is not part of my makeup basket, but on Monday, I've been trying to use Summer Bisque, which is in my makeup basket, as under eye and facial concealer, and it's not working out for me. So I had to go and grab my favorite under eye concealer, which is my only under eye concealer, really. And this is the Palladio Herbal Stick Concealer, and I use that in the shade Light. And another thing that's not in my makeup basket, but when I use this, I always use this. And this is the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. And then I just set everything with the Bare Minerals, it's upside down, Hydrating Mineral Veil. Okay, after that, I primed my eyelids with the e.l.f. Dollar Primer. And here's where the fun ensued. Obviously you can see I'm wearing kind of cranberries and mauve-y colors. So I was thinking I wanted to do kind of a dusty purple kind of thing. Because, that's... And I knew I had the stuff in my makeup basket. So I grabbed my Evil Queen palette. And I couldn't find a lid color in all of the other stuff. And I was like, okay. So I grabbed this and I used Narcissist. It is not a favorite color. It doesn't pack a punch. In fact, I feel like there's too much talc or something in it, and it just doesn't do what I want it to do. But I took it and I patted it on my lids and used that because I needed kind of a lighter color, because I wanted to use this. This is a sample I got when I ordered from Brija Cosmetics. It's called One of a Kind. Don't drop it, don't drop it. Let's see if I can get this. And it's just a really pretty kind of smoky color of purple. I see a little tiny blue flash in it. And I put, so before I did that, I took my e.l.f. Single Shadow in Pebble, and I just took a little bit just to define the crease. And then I put One of a Kind in the crease from here back. And then I went back into the e.l.f. palette and grabbed Poison Apple, which is this black right here, and kind of did a little more definition kind of in the outer portion. I will say, as much as I love my Brija stuff, this one, I don't know if it was the primer I used or what, but I've been using the e.l.f. primer pretty much all the time, and I never had a blending problem. With this, I felt like I had a blending problem. I would try to blend out the edges, and I felt like I had to blend it down too much, and then I lost what I was trying to do. It was a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more of a smoky eye when I started. But this is not a color that's available on Brianna's website, on the Brija Cosmetic website. I don't know if it's ever going to be, or if it's just something she was messing around with one day and said, ooh, this is a pretty color, this needs to be a sample. I don't know how that worked, but I think it's a beautiful color. I am happy with the way that my eye look turned out. I just felt like I had to work a little harder than usual, because I'm not a person that likes to fuss too much. You know, it's like lid color, crease color, a little bit of a highlight, maybe a transition. Seriously, easy peasy done. I'm not a person that sits and blends for 20 minutes. I feel like if I have to do that, maybe it's not something for me. Now, this is not my official opinion, this is just my first impression, and if she ever releases it as an actual color, then it will be properly dealt with in favorites video, my actual opinions of the color. And I will actually check with her and see if maybe this is an old formula, or something, because her other shadows are amazing. I have quite a few of her shadows. Let's see here. Can I get to them? Can I get to them? Yes, I can. But yeah, I have a whole little, and pay no attention to the primer, but I have like, what, 6 or 7, and I really like them. So maybe this is a fluke. I don't know. But I'll still continue to play with it and see what I think about it. Anyway, moving on. Eyeliner is Urban Decay Zero, just in the top. Just trying to work through that. Mascara is the e.l.f. Volume Plumping Mascara. Now, I don't dislike it. I've had worse mascaras. I've had better mascaras. And I know this is not a review, but this is my kind of thoughts. Can you see that where it's all gunky right there? That has started happening every single time I use this. So I have to like clean it off, and it has this gargantuan brush, so I can't use it on my bottom lashes or I end up with dots, and I have to be real careful or I get dots up here. So I'm not too thrilled with the brush. It does hold a curl for 6 to 8 hours. I did test that out last night at work. Every time I went to the bathroom I kept looking at my eyes. Anyway, so that's that. And then I pulled out my Hard Candy Fox in a Box. This one is in Hot Flash. And what I did was I really mixed these 3 colors, but I accidentally got into this color, so so technically I mixed all 4, but I didn't mix them evenly. I'm not wearing any bronzer because it's in my purse, and I just didn't feel like digging it out. And then for lips, I'm wearing the Wet n Wild. This is the Color Icon Lip Liner in Brandywine. I really love the color, but I hate to sharpen lip liners. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this, but I did see on CVS.com and drugstore.com they have those perfect pairs, where it's a lipstick on one side and a lip liner on the other, and they have a Brandywine. So when I use this up, that's probably what I'll do. And then on top, I didn't feel like doing anything too complicated, and I wanted something kind of in the mauve vein, so I pulled out my Tarte lip gloss in R&R. And that's what I'm wearing. So there's my Ramble Fest and little first impressions here and there of stuff that I've been using. And everything, except for the concealer, of course, is in my makeup basket. So you guys have a great one, and I'll see you on the next one.